Good afternoon, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Hey guys, today we just happened to get by UPS a repair that was sent to me. This is a very rare format. It's kind of a hard machine to find actually, but it was pretty prevalent in its day. But this is a M2 video cassette player. This is the Panasonic brand, the Au-63H. Anyways, I had this guy, he wanted me to repair the M2. He sent me another one I haven't gotten yet, but this one I got today. And this is an M2. I do not have any test tapes for this. But anyways, I have test tapes for all kinds of other video decks, but that one I don't have a test tape for. Anyways, he's supposed to have somebody ship out some test tapes for me so I can get this serviced. And anyways, I'm going over the preliminaries on this model. It's an M2 by Panasonic. Very nice unit. Of course, Panasonic did the same thing with cards. Various different cards for various different functions in slots. But the mechanisms are all relatively the same issues. You know, you just got to go through the whole mechanism to get rid of the error codes that come up on these things. Usually because the mechanisms are so out of whack or the loading carriages are completely destroyed. You know, it just depends on what the issue is. As long as somebody didn't jam the gears in the loading carriage and break anything off, you usually can bring these machines back to life. M2s are not really that easy to fix. You know, you got to get in there. It's minute stuff. There is a couple belts, I believe, and some other things. Needs lubrication and adjustments and everything else. But this is an M2. I just opened it up. It's just preliminaries. It does power up. It is coming across with zeros across it, meaning it's not coming up error, meaning most likely it needs a complete mechanism overhaul. It does take relatively different side cards such as this. I'll probably overhaul the entire mechanism and get this thing up and running for this guy, but I do not have any test tapes to run on this unit. But this is a Panasonic. M2 was pretty prevalent in the 90s. Late 80s, mid 90s. It was a pretty prevalent format. I mean, they were around, but for some reason, these machines are really kind of hard to find now. You don't really find too many M2s sitting around. I do service these. I've serviced quite a few of them in the past. This particular model, no, I have not worked on the Au-63, but I've worked on some Sony models. But we're going to service this thing and get it up and running. It does need a complete maintenance kit overhaul, that type of thing, re-greasing, lubing alignments. But this thing also takes relatively various different cards. It does power up, and the biggest thing about these machines is if they power up, they probably can be saved or repaired. If they don't power up, you got another bag of worms you got to open up on that one. A lot of times when the power supplies are bad, or sometimes it's fuses on the actual power supply boards. It could be almost anything. But usually when they power up and they're in this state and you got an M2 like this, it could be serviced. Not a big deal. Pretty simple, really, once you do all the maintenance on it. But we'll be able to get this serviced with no problem. But anyways, this is a M2 by Panasonic. I just got it today. This is a customer who really needed this. And he sent me an email. Says, could you fix one? And I guess he's sending me two. Another one was complete destroyed that I could probably just grab parts off of it. But this one here was in much better shape. I'm very surprised he was able to get his hands on one of these because I haven't really seen one myself in a while. M2s don't come around very often. Betacam SP usually was the most prevalent user-friendly type of format. This one kind of got wiped out after a while. It wasn't really around that much. But this is an M2 by Panasonic. We do have to do a complete maintenance overhaul and mechanism overhaul. I do not have a test tape for this machine, so I can't really start working on it yet, but it does power up, and just double checking to make sure before I start tearing it apart to get all the problems fixed. But, like I said, guys, I have all kinds of machines and parts, but sometimes I don't even have the test tapes. Not having the test tapes is a real problem. But anyways, he's going to get some test tapes out to me for this Panasonic machine. And once I get the test tapes, I'll be able to actually see what this thing is doing. I did manually bring it back into loading position because it was completely jammed. And that just means it's got to be completely redone. And when they get jammed and the grease is hard on these things and they don't want to move and everything else, you get nothing but error codes. And It's a complete disaster. But anyways, this is an M2 by Panasonic in for service. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.